There we go. We should be live right now. We should be good.
We are. Oh my goodness, my mic is
8:59.
way
Look,
down
we're
here.
1 minute early. Look at that.
Mira,
We're right on time.
look at this. My mic is way down here.
You have to line it up for yourself.
I thought you hooked me up.
I did hook you up. Hold on, guys. She's short, so I have to take care of the
See
mic.
how low the mic is?
Come on, bring it up. There you go.
Okay.
Is that better now?
Thank you, honey.
Okay, just want to make sure.
All right, as long as it's not.
All right. Look at it, right on
Yeah.
time too. 9 o'clock.
Right on. Okay, right on
All
time.
right.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Ace Guzman.
How you doing, guys? My name is Rich Guzman.
Welcome to the hot seat.
Let me tell you something, guys. We have an exciting one this evening, and we have a lot of questions to get to.
Yes.
And I just want to let you know why do we do the hot seat, right? Why do we do the hot seat? We do the hot seat because our mission is to guide entrepreneurs and offer valuable insight and support. We've done this over so many years, and we've changed a lot of people's lives. And guess what? You could be next.
Absolutely. You know, pretty much our mission is to help guide entrepreneurs and offer valuable insights and support. And we can only teach from our experience, right? So when we actually tell you, you know, these tips and things like that, a lot of it is just basically coming from our experience. You know, there are no guarantees that you'll be successful. There are no guarantees that you'll make a certain amount of money. And we're not here to tell you that because that wouldn't be ethical of us. And if somebody's selling you that, run the other way.
Start booking.
Start booking, right? Definitely want to be real with you and just keep it real, because being in business, you know, like we tell a lot of people who are struggling in marketing online with affiliate marketing products, you know, they don't realize this is a business and it requires investment of time, you know, energy, money. It requires studying. It requires being consistent. You know, and if you're not doing any of these things, if you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to evolve and mature, right, through this learning experience and the journey of affiliate marketing,
Absolutely.
then you're gonna have to find something else that does, you know, suit whatever it is that you're looking to do. Because, you know, I see a lot of top earners in this industry that have lasted 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, and they keep going further and further in the years because this is a lifestyle for them. This is something that they do every single day, day in and day out. And they don't look at it like it's a glorified job. They look at it like, you know what, this is a new lifestyle for me. It's a discipline. It's something that I love to do. And I wouldn't do anything else.
I agree. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
But, you know, and not to say that I believe everyone has the potential to really do this.
They do.
It's just when we say there's no guarantee, it's because, you know, everybody has different work ethics. People learn differently.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people are just not coachable. Right. So we can't guarantee everyone's going to be successful because of
Exactly.
those variables. A lot of variables when it comes to success.
Exactly.
So, but if you follow the simple basic principles, you know, with your journey as an entrepreneur, you know, you'll be a lot closer to the results that you're looking for than you think. If you get distracted along your journey, that's when things start to not really fall in your favor. Right. So if you can stay focused, because distractions it's very easy to get distracted. It really is. And now when it comes to, you know, how have we over the years accomplished so many great things is because, number one, we stay consistent. Okay. Two, we always make sure when we have a project, we put a deadline on it. All right. So we have a project that we're creating. We have a, you know, deadline to meet. If things get screwed up, we start all over and do it all over again and create a new deadline. Right. We hold ourselves accountable when things need to be done. Now, has Ace and Rich has made mistakes? Of course, we're not perfect. We're human, just like you. But the difference, I think, through our experience is that we notice that, we recognize that when it does happen, and we just start right back up. We clean the dust off of our clothes. And we just, you know what I mean? Let's go. It's time to rock again. Let's do it, right? And we get very clear and we get very focused on our objectives. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I want you to really start thinking like an entrepreneur. And this is how we think when we have to do certain things. We have different goals, different tactics, different strategies that we focus on, right? And, you know, we're learning other new levels right now as we speak. And even those things are challenging for us too. But we are always striving to grow and be better and better every day.
Yes.
So where you are in your journey, you should always look the same way. What is my next level? How can I move to that next step? That's the focus you should always be thinking about. Never stay in the same place. Once you get a result, once you figure out something, do not stay in that comfortable space. Because if you stay in that comfortable space, you won't grow. The only way to grow is to be uncomfortable. And it's going to be aggravating. It's going to be a little bit of misery because you're getting uncomfortable to enter into uncharted waters that you've never been to before.
Yes.
And if you understand that, and if you can reconcile with that, then you will start to see results. Then you start to really embark on a whole new you that you never knew existed.
Absolutely.
Right.
So Rich, let's take a look over here. Who do we have here on a live? Shout out to those of you that are here on time on the hot seat. We appreciate you guys, loyal following. We have an audience here. Let us know where you're actually watching us live from. On the hot seat, we're streaming live on YouTube as well, on our YouTube channel. Definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're going to be taking your questions right now. Go ahead and post your questions. Let's take a look at who's here. Richard Osborne. Shout out to Richard Osborne. Good to see you. Tracy Lee. Hey, Tracy Lee. Good to see
Tracy,
you.
my brother from another mother.
Awesome. How are you? Yes. Seattle. All right. Seattle. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. And Richard is from Michigan.
You know,
Michigan.
I think about Seattle, I think about Frasier.
I know. Oh, yeah. I love Frasier. I love Frasier. It's a great show. Okay. Who else? All right, you guys.
We got a lot of Facebook users.
Uh-huh.
So we can't see
Karen
the
from
names.
Colorado. All right, Karen. Good to see you. All right. Awesome. And let's take a look over here. We have our Internet Marketing Pros group. All right, you guys. Awesome. Okay, here we go. We're going to answer some questions.
And if you guys are watching us on YouTube, be sure to like this video. It helps us out a lot with the algorithm.
Smash it.
We're here to serve you. So if you have any questions, ask them in the comments.
Smash the like button. Okay, here we go. This is from Isabella. Isabella says, hey, Ace and Rich, you know, I'm trying to sell a high ticket affiliate program that I'm all in. There's a lot of information in there, I'm pretty sure. How can I stay organized and focused in my studying? And are there any resources or courses that you guys recommend for a beginner like me? Well, I have to commend you, Isabella, for going all in as a beginner, okay? And taking that dive into just investing into yourself and saying, you know what? I'm not tiptoeing in the water. I have my capital. I'm ready to dive in. I want to get access to every single thing so I don't leave no money on the table when I'm trying to sell this high ticket, right? Mm-hmm. So I totally commend you, right? Don't we commend her for that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a commitment when you go into high ticket.
Yes.
I mean, you're investing your money, you're investing your time,
Mm-hmm.
your energy.
Yes.
You know, and really the thing about it is, I feel like whenever somebody invests in high ticket, you have to be sure of one important factor. And a lot of people don't really think about this, but the program that you are joining, do they have their act together? Because when it comes to high ticket, there's a lot of high tickets out there
Yes.
that don't have their act together. So it's going to be harder for you to sell something of high ticket if that business model or that individual who owns the company doesn't have their act together. Okay. We've seen this happen before in the past when we invest in high ticket and things didn't work out the way that we thought, right? We're not afraid to invest in things and test different things out, but always do your due diligence and make sure that they've been in business for a while. Okay. See the testimonials, right?
Yes.
And make sure that there are more than just a couple of testimonials. Make sure there's some longevity in the company and they're actually, dishing out the results. And what I mean by that is companies of high ticket, you should have an ascending style model that goes upward. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if they do it properly and they do it right, then they probably have a pretty good model, right? This is why we have experience in high ticket. We've been actually hired to consult with companies now, right? So we can help them make sure that their models are functioning properly, all right? Like the back office,
Yes.
different funnels, different ascending, OTOs, things like that. That's more jargon, but but you have to understand that when you're trying to make high ticket affiliate marketing work, make sure they got their act together. Make sure their products are of great service. Because if you sell a product of great service, that means that you're going to believe in that product 100% and you're going to have no problem selling it, right? Like if I'm selling a product that is, let's say, $2,000, okay? If there is a product within that price point that I know that if I bring somebody in and they're investing $2,000, is that product going to serve the pain and the challenges of that individual? And if it does, I have no problem promoting it. I have no problem in believing it because I know in my heart when somebody comes in, they go, "Oh, this is a great course. Now I'm learning some great things." Right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever notice, like,
Yes.
you know, when you actually learn the right products and the right training,
Yes.
you know, you get really excited because it's actually good information and good wholesome information that's going to serve you properly, not like half-assed stuff out there and stuff like that. So
Right.
these are just things I want you guys to be aware of.
Definitely, because now we're dealing with somebody who has a question about, you know, getting organized with high ticket and they're an all-in member. So, you know, this is like somebody who's like a serious, you know, player who wants to be a top producer in their program. And so it's very important that you organize your learning, right? So this is your question. You want to know how to organize and get focused on your study time. Okay. So obviously everybody has the same amount of time in the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You have to look at it like this. Okay. You have to work in chunks of time. So obviously your top priority is, if you still have a job and you're using that to fund your business that you're marketing as a high ticket, it's very important that you schedule out your learning time. Okay. No more than an hour when it comes to learning time. So I highly recommend, you know, hitting the dollar store, go grab some notebooks or something. If you got some notebooks at home, great. If you need to go get some, stop at the dollar store. Don't go crazy and fancy over that shit. You don't need it. You just need something to write on, and make sure that you have written down different subjects, which is basically your modules. And so as you go through the modules, and this is something Rich and I did when we first got started, we had in our notebooks all the different modules that we were going through. We started mapping out different bullet points of the things that we were getting called takeaways. These are takeaways that you learn from within the program. And then what you do is, as you're studying, go through it twice. Okay. This is what we had to do, right? We went through it once without taking any notes. And then the second time we went through it and we took notes. Am I right about that?
Yeah, we watched it. We locked ourselves in the room actually, and we learned a lot of information. And you know, we watched it first, and then we actually took notes afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a
good
big
way,
tip for you.
Good way of learning.
When you want to get focused, and I'm going to have my partner Rich chime in on focusing, because, you know, Rich was working like 16-hour days, honey?
Yeah.
Like he was working his job at Best Buy like for 16-hour days, and he only had so much time when he got home to eat, you know, to sleep, you know, to do his marketing and things like that. So it's very, very little time. However, he knew how to get into focus mode. So why don't you give her some tips on getting into focus mode?
Yeah, I mean, my hours fluctuated from 12 hours a day to 16 hours a day. And I knew I only had a few hours to work. So I started leveraging my time with the most productive activities that can help me get the results that I'm looking for. There weren't big results, but there were small micro results that were just compounding and they were growing. And then from there, you know, I was able to, you know, keep growing from there, keep building upon that momentum and adding even more momentum after that. Now, understand that to get really focused, you have to understand your activities that you are doing with your business. The problem with a lot of entrepreneurs, us included in the past, just so you know, we're not focusing on the activities that are the most productive, right? That can really serve you very well and leverage your business to the point that it becomes more effortless, right? As entrepreneurs, we feel like we have to do everything sometimes. And the reality is that you don't have to do everything. You could just do a couple of simple activities that are very productive, that'll bring you the result you're looking for. And the problem is, if you're trying to do everything, you're not really mastering one thing, right? So for instance, let's say that you're creating a capture page, right? And you have no idea how to create a capture page. That means how to generate leads for your, you know, capture page. You need to focus on that specifically until you understand it, till you learn it, apply it, just do it, right? And then when you feel comfortable, you don't have to be perfect at it, but just when you feel comfortable enough, now you move to the next thing, but you don't stop learning what you just felt comfortable with. You understand what I'm saying? You always want to keep improving. Then you move to the next thing. Okay, I built a capture page. Now I want to build a bridge page. Well, what's a bridge page? Well, bridge page, you create a video to bridge the gap into the offer you're promoting. Well, focus on doing that one thing for a while. When you do that one thing for a while, you'll start adding what you just created for the first thing, right? So that was the first thing was a capture page. Now it's the bridge page. Before you know it, you look back and go, oh, look, I got a capture page built. I got a bridge page built. What else is next? And the more you start compounding this information, and the more you start learning by applying, of course, you're going to start looking back and going, wow, look how much I learned already. Look how much I've been applying. Oh my God, like I can see myself growing now, right? And it gives you more confidence, it gives you more belief into what you're doing. And it's exciting when you start to see the pieces of the puzzle come together, right? But you also got to have patience, especially if you're brand new, right? And then you look at what you're selling and going, what can I do differently from the masses to stick out in the marketplace? That's another skill set.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that comes from you. So always one thing at a time to grow. That will build up a compound effect over time, where you'll start to see the results just start to snowball. And it's really exciting when that does happen.
Yes. Now, the other part of your question, because, it was like 2 questions in one, we'll make sure we don't miss anything. And then we're going to get to everybody else's questions. And you guys are enjoying this and getting value from us coaching Isabella. Let us know in the chat. Okay. So the last part of your question is, do we recommend any courses or other resources for a beginner like you? When it comes to going all in, there's another thing about going all in. You know what that part is, Isabella? It's the mindset. It's the mindset, because you made a solid decision. Okay. You didn't make a choice. You made a decision. There's a difference between a choice and a decision.
Yeah.
And you made a decision to say, you know what? I'm not playing games. My goals, my dreams, my desires are all important to me. I've got to get to this goal by such and such date. Here's my mindset. I'm going all in. So you already made the plunge and did the financial investment. Now, are you going to be mentally invested? And this requires you to do a lot of heavy reading. Okay. Readers who are leaders are achievers. Write that down. Readers who are leaders are achievers. So when you pick up a book, don't just pick any book that you think just because it's on the New York Times bestseller, that's what's going to help you solve your problem. You need to focus where you're at. We call this staying in your lane.
Well, because those kind of books are very broad. They're not specific to the actual trouble that you're having in your business.
Right. So what you want to do is, like, I don't recommend the 4-hour work week like some of these other gurus are doing and trying to tell you to go read off on that stuff. That stuff is not for you. You're a beginner. What you need to focus on is where you're at. So what book would I recommend? The number one book I would recommend for you in your situation, because you're in our industry and you're selling a high ticket affiliate offer. Listen, get Mike Dillard's Magnetic Sponsoring. We've said this multiple times on the hot seat. Every single episode, when somebody says they're brand new and they're just getting started, even our own team members, we make it mandatory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even our coaching clients in Diamond, we make it mandatory. Get the book, Magnetic Sponsoring by Mike Dillard. Why? Because Mike Dillard, was once someone like you who was a beginner, and he struggled for the very longest time in the network marketing industry. And then he found affiliate marketing. He learned the right mindset to have. When you went all in, that's exactly where Mike was, this author, and you're going to learn from his philosophy exactly what to do, to how to shift from being told what to do to being self-driven and knowing what to do. Big difference. And you're going to learn how to work with this ethic called the alpha mentality. And that's going to keep you strong on the days that you don't want to market. That's going to keep you strong on the days you don't want to do anything. You get lazy sometimes. That alpha mentality is going to hold you there, because then you're going to be facing so many challenges. We can't even list them on the hot seat for you. Because everybody's journey is going to be different. But I highly recommend get into the reading mode. Definitely pick up the book, read it cover to cover, and take notes on it. And then I want you to do a review, and I want you to share it with your team.
Yeah, because the premise of the book is going to teach you exactly the person that you must become in order to be successful.
Yes. Okay. All right, Isabella, that's all for you right there on the hot seat. I hope you got a lot of value from that. Guys, did you get value from it? Let's take a look, Rich.
That was a lot of info.
Woo! Look at that.
Blowing up, guys.
Oh my goodness. Look at the comments. Yes. Sandy from California. All right. Hello, Colleen. Good to see you.
Hey, Colleen.
Oh, Christopher Yamuchi. Okay. Christopher has a question, Rich. Let's flash that up on the screen. Hey, so Rich, do you by chance have a mentoring program or like an inner circle coaching? We do. And, it's the holidays now. And I put a post up. Actually, you're talking about this now. We had one posted yesterday, and we did a screenshot, and we showed all of our happy members. We were doing a class. Rich, what was you teaching?
Well, we're teaching right now how to create a bridge page and focusing on the video aspect. Also, we're going to be going over tracking afterwards. So how do we know our bridge page is working? So there's a few things that we're getting into there.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So it's $97 a month. You can, you can stop at any time, but it's your dime. It's your time. You want to come in. We do classes every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If that's open in your schedule, then I highly recommend you can actually join our Inner Circle Mastermind Academy. And it's $97 a month. It's pretty affordable compared to all those other inner circles that are out there.
And we just complete some bridge pages too, which is cool.
We really do actually master classes. We teach a lot. We coach. We do a lot of that in a group coaching style. If that's something that's up in you're looking for, Christopher, absolutely, would love to have you a part of our inner circle. That'd be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And as far as our mentoring program, we do have high achievers mentoring program called Diamond Coaching. And Rich, you want to tell them about Diamond Coaching?
Yeah, it's a 6-month transformational program where we're able to transform you as far as your mindset, focusing on the conversions, traffic, branding, and also social media.
Yes, and we meet for about 6 months. We do a lot of technical stuff together, one-on-one. That's our time because we're going to do one-on-one with you. We meet for an hour every single week. So you're on schedule, right?
Pretty much done with you.
It's done with you.
Yeah.
And then the first phase is the first 6 months.
Yep.
And then the second phase is a monthly check-in with you, making sure you're staying on target, you're staying on point with your goals, you're not falling backwards. Maybe you might need us there to help you get you back on pace.
Yeah, what kind of
Sometimes that happens.
What kind of coach would we be if we didn't follow up with you?
Exactly.
Right?
So if that is something you're interested, that is a contract basis. It's $10,000. So make sure that you actually apply for it. You can definitely send us a message and apply for that. We have an application process for you to go through, and let us know if you're interested in that.
Awesome.
All right. Cool. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Next question.
And he's on YouTube too. Awesome.
Way to go.
I love it. All right, let's see. Who is else?
Another question. Richard Osborne.
Boom.
What's the name of the book and how you spell Mike's last name? Dillard.
Dillard.
You ever participated in the spelling bee?
No.
Oh, I've always wanted to, and
Really?
I never did.
Nah, I'm not into that stuff.
Dillard. Then you can slap your hand on the side and you'll be able to remember it. All right, let's go. Next question.
I'll tell you.
Oh, they love us. They love us. Okay, let's go over here. Next one. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I will be joining both. Sorry, one more question. One more question. Rich, flash it up there.
Yeah, no, sure. Hold on. Just want to back up there. Well, we got to give us a like.
Sorry, one more question. My traffic vendor passed from COVID. Do you have traffic vendors you recommend? First of all, my condolences. So sorry to hear that. We lost team members when the pandemic hit. I remember we lost a couple team members that actually passed away from COVID. So, that really is, a sad situation. But do we have recommended vendors? Normally when our team members, yes, we can recommend some traffic providers that we have done and tested with. Yeah. And definitely we could recommend that to you. Just send us a message and just remind us. Yeah. And then we'll give you a link to our JV partnership with our vendors. And yeah, we'll definitely do some traffic.
We'll do you a favor too. We'll look at your capture page and see how it looks. Because you have to have the right capture page for cold traffic. So.
Yes, we can do that as well. Good question. Okay.
Love it. Great question.
Alex from California says, how does ACE's course address the challenges that many marketers face when it comes to consistently producing valuable content over the 90-day period? Oh, you're talking about my 90-day content marketing challenge course.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me look at your question one more time, Alex. Hold on.
That's a good one.
How does my course address the challenges that many marketers face when it comes to consistently producing valuable content? Well, think about what you're posting up right now. Is it valuable? Obviously it isn't, right? So this is what you do, okay? You have to put content that is going to be relatable. Right now, you probably have your Facebook profile. Let's use that for example. And let's say, give or take, if I did an audit and I looked at the last 5 posts that you posted, maybe it has nothing to do with the business that you're in. And it could be stuff that you're interested in, hobbies, viral videos with stuff going on with politics or whatever. And that stuff is not really what's going to drive traffic to you. Okay. Even if you have celebrity rap music or anything that.
It's not targeted.
It's not targeted.
However, there is a strategy on current events.
Yes.
As long as you get tied into a business lesson, then that can work. Like what just happened with Elon Musk.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my
You
God.
can tie that into a business lesson.
You sure can.
I'll give my 2 cents on that later.
Come back to that later.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that Elon Musk stuff. But this is what I want to say. For the period of 90 days, okay, you are going to learn how to take what I tell you to post, okay, and I tell you and guide you what to post every single day for 90 days. You must be consistent. You can't miss a day on this. Okay. The people that actually have purchased this course and paid the money to be able to do it, stay consistent for a consistent basis of 90 days, not miss one day. And they saw results in their business. And they saw that their audience was gravitating to their own brand. So they started building up their success story. They started building up some credibility. This is what really happens when you do the 90-day challenge. You start building up this awareness that, you know, who you are, what you stand for as far as your core values, what you're going to be doing online, you know, how are you serving the marketplace? Yes, I said serving, not just selling. Okay. You're going to be serving.
Yep. You got to come from a place of service.
Yes.
Yep.
And then this is where your audience has potential prospects, right, guys? And they're looking at you like, oh, that's the person I want to work with. That's the person I think I want to get started with. Let me send them a message. You know, I like this post that they did. It really resonated with me. It's not like all those other posts that I see in my feed that's always telling me to buy my stuff or invest into crypto, right? Like I'm looking at you like a real person, you know, and your posts are not fake, right? Because there's a lot of posers out there, you know, a lot of, I call them phonies, you know, they're like the fake posts out there and they act like they care when really they don't. So you got to make sure that you're actually becoming relatable. So I do a lot of that prompting inside the 90-day challenge. So make sure that if you're really serious about doing any challenge, whether it be 5-day, 15-day, 90 days, you stay consistent with it so you can really see the results through. I can tell you we have 2 new people that just posted and tagged me up in their post. And you can tag me in your post if you want, because I allow that. When you're doing the Ace and Rich 90-day content marketing challenge from the course, let me know your results, day 1 of 90, day 20 of 90, whatever. Let me know how's it going, because we've seen people actually made sales during their process.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, they made sales during the process of just doing. They're like, I didn't expect to make sales. I had no links or anything up there, and they're like, wow, how did that happen?
I think it's because the way that you explain in the course, you're not just saying, hey, here's a 90-day challenge, go on your own, and that's it, which we've seen that in the past. You actually create the content and you tell them what content to create. So as you're sharing the content, you're teaching the content at the same time. Yeah. But that's your content.
It's my content. So, I did the 90 days. So
that's pretty cool. She was recording, teaching, and literally giving you a content calendar on what to follow day by day for the next 90 days. So there's no, you know, you don't have to be clueless. Like, you know what you're going to post, what video to create every day.
And I bought courses, you know, obviously before I created it, I studied other marketers, you know, some great marketers out there. But I took my P's and Q's from other bloggers, and I saw that they sold these products for like $1,000 for courses that said they were going to be 30, 60 or 90 days. And then when I go and investigate and look at their content, it doesn't match up with what they're selling. So I thought that was just messed up. So then I said, well, when I do it, I'm going to be in the challenge with everybody else, and you're going to follow me.
Yeah,
so
it always seems like, you know, everybody go do it, and then I'll look at your stuff. You know what I mean? She wanted to be a part of that whole experience. She wanted to go through it. So, and I think that builds another level of credibility when, you know, you've gone through the whole thing and you're sharing it with people at the same time. That just builds a whole nother level of credibility. So I commend you for that. It's cool.
Thank you. Tracy Lee says, coaching by far is the best investment you can. Improve yourself. Improve yourself. Okay, I'm looking at your text. Okay, thank you, Tracy.
You can improve yourself. Yep.
Somebody said day 6. Oh, they're on day 6 of 90.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful. You know, and you got to think about this challenge too. It's not, even though people are making sales, it's not about you making sales. No. I think the sales are the bonus part. I think the most important part you could take away from that is that it's the person that you're going to become. Yes. That in the beginning, you know who you are, right? Yeah. But by the end of that 90-day challenge, you're not going to recognize who you are. Exactly. You know. Exactly. Awesome. Any more questions, you guys? Keep it up. Yes, we are on the hot seat. We're getting hot over here. Now let's revisit what we were talking about while they're thinking about the questions. But do you guys feel that what I just said? You're not going to recognize yourself at the end of 90 days. I want you guys to feel that. Yes. Okay, because that's a trip.
And you know what's going to happen when you finish the 90 day of 90? You're going to go for another run.
Yeah.
Because I told those people that actually bought my course, I said, okay, you just finished 90 day of 90. Now I want to challenge you. Are you going to go for another 90? And they were like, yes, game on. There you go.
Nice.
That's how you do it.
I love
All
it.
right. But yeah, before I answer Chloe's question, I'm going to get to you, Chloe. I wanted to ask you, what is this thing about Elon Musk?
Oh, you know, he had an interview with this guy from the New York Times. I think he's from the New York Times. But what happened was people were boycotting advertising on Twitter, which is now X, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's X. It used to be Twitter. And what happened was, I guess he said something, but nobody really heard the whole message. And you know how they take things out of context, but they'll take one part and they'll say, oh, look what he said that's bad. And then they didn't read the whole thing. So they were calling him anti-Semitic, all this kind of things. And so I guess advertisers like Coca-Cola, Disney, they actually pulled their advertising away from X. And unfortunately, they've been trying to go after Elon Musk since the first day that he acquired Twitter. Like they just found they started attacking him.
Wow.
And now they're finding any little thing that they can to make an excuse to destroy X because it's a freedom of speech platform, right? So he made it so it's an open discourse for everybody, all right, to make it for all sides. So the problem is like they don't like that. They want censorship, all that kind of crap. So now these big corporations are saying, oh, well, you know, we're going to pull our advertising out because we don't agree with your comments. And you know what he said? And this is incredible. And this is how you have to be sometimes with yourself as an entrepreneur. You know what he said? He says, go F yourself. If you're trying to bribe me with money to my company, go F yourself. And on top of that, he says, let the chips fall where they fall, because if you guys boycott all your advertising and you pull advertising out, you're just going to destroy X. And you know what? We're going to document exactly what happened and why it was destroyed. It's going to be your fault. And everybody around the world, he calls Earth. He says, Earth is going to see everything that you're doing. And then he said this. He said, you know, I want you to think about this, okay? He goes, Earth is watching, because he said something about the judge. And the guy was like, well, you know, the judge and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, the judge are the people.
Ooh.
I'm not talking about a judge. The people are going to be the judge.
The public.
And then the guy goes, well, doesn't that mean that they'll start boycotting them? It's already happening. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, as an entrepreneur, you have to stick to your guns. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, not because of that story itself, but as a lesson to teach you guys that you have to be hard on yourself to your true values of what you believe in. Okay? I'll give you an example. Me and Ace, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs have gotten on us and say, you guys do too much, or you guys, you know, serve too much, or you guys help people out too much. I'm like, well, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to serve? You know, well, you guys are like, you know, you're creating golden handcuffs. No, we care about people. We are serving people. We are helping them understand marketing, what you should be doing, what you're not doing, right? That's why we notice as entrepreneurs that I used to follow years ago that made so much money, okay?
Yeah.
And then they disappeared.
Yeah.
Why? Number one, they forgot where they came from. Number two, they forgot how they even made it to the top, right? And they didn't think about no one but themselves. And you see what? You can climb to the top that way very quickly. But guess what? As soon as you start doing that, you're going to climb right back down that mountain so fast, you're actually going to fall on your ass, okay? You know why? Because after a while, people don't realize, like, if you must always think about the individual that you're serving. And, you know, Jim Rome said that. All the great personal development leaders have always said that. You are always, you know, cultivating, you're serving. This is the marketplace that we're a part of. And the more that you serve that marketplace and you give them exactly what they want, they're going to keep coming back, right? And they're going to keep looking for you. And this is what's great about the book, Mike Dillard. He talked about that. You know, you go out there, you learn something, you master it, and then you teach it. Become that person authority, that figure that people, when they look at you, they go, That's the person I want to be. That's the person I want to follow, because I know that if I follow that person, I know I can learn and get results. And that's the thing. If more and more people around the world serve people, and I'm not just talking about affiliate marketing, the world would be such a better place. But too many people are too damn selfish, and they think about themselves, but they don't think about the bigger picture. You see, the differences between me and Ace and a lot of entrepreneurs out there, we focus on the long game. We don't focus on the short game. We focus on the long game. And why does it work? We've been in business since 2008 successfully. Well, my first year I wasn't successful because I was learning, right? But since 2009, successfully, okay? All right? Were there struggles along the way? Yeah, it's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Right? But we've been successful for so many years consistently because we always focus on the long game, and we didn't care what anybody else said. We stuck to our core values. If somebody calls me up, like today I had a meeting with somebody, all right? Not going to throw anybody on the bus or anything, but we had a one-on-one meeting, right? Made an appointment. I'm stuck. Can you help me out with this? Yes, absolutely. Can you answer my question? Sure, absolutely. I don't charge these people like other people do. Why? Because they need to be served. And guess what? They're buying our products. They're buying from us. Why? Because we're not thinking about the sale. We're thinking about service first.
Yes.
And guys, I'm giving you some huge golden bars from experience of what we've gone through and what we've done. And when we understood this, right? Because these were our core values, we did what we wanted to do. We wanted to do it our way.
That's right.
Okay. And because of that, because we believe in our core values, just like Elon Musk believes in his core values, and he says, go F yourself, you're going to bribe me, it's because that's his core values. He believes in service. He believes in freedom of speech, okay? Just like we believe in our core values and what we do. You guys have your own core values. You need to make sure that you stick to your core values, hell or high water. You don't change for nobody, okay? Your belief is your belief in what you believe in.
Yes, and you'll get a lot more respect for that from the marketplace.
Oh my God, yes.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Woo!
I get passionate about that.
All right, Rich. Damn. All right. Hot, hot, hot. Somebody said turn on the fan because it is hot in here on this hot seat. Awesome. Okay, next question. Let's take a look over here. I'm coming back to Chloe as promised. See, Ace, don't forget. All right. Okay, Chloe says, for those who completed the challenge, did you experience tangible results such as increased lead generation, improved conversion rates, or enhanced brand visibility? All the above. All the above.
I mean, let me talk about the lead generation part.
Absolutely, yes.
You have to understand something. When you start creating momentum on the internet with your content, when you come from a place of service and you're delivering value, you have to understand that more and more people are going to start gravitating to you for that reason. Okay.
Mm-hmm, yes.
And what we notice when we do these spurts of 90-day challenges, 30-day challenges, stuff like that, momentum starts to build up, lead generation starts to flow in, right? And then all of a sudden, you wonder where the money was hiding all along, right? But more importantly, you become this person that you transform into, and that becomes a marketer. All right. You become the marketer, right? That entrepreneur, like when you're in the very beginning, and you're learning, you're just getting started. But as you start going through that journey of a 90-day challenge or a 30-day challenge, whatever the matter it is, you start to see yourself transform. Don't take that lightly, because that is the person that you are becoming. That's why you signed up for this.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely agree with that. And Chloe, when you do this challenge, your results will differ from everybody. Okay, just because somebody made sales, but you might not make sales, but yet you might get more leads, but they didn't make sales. It's different strokes for different folks. Yeah. It's different for everybody because, it all comes down to like where you are at in your journey. Some people started earlier, they got more of advantage. Some people started later, they have more time they have to put into it. See? So it all differs from different people. But yeah, increased lead flow, people generate leads. People generated sales, people generated prospects, they started building up awareness around their brand. They started getting clear on their message to match the right market. So they started making tweaks to their profiles, and they started doing things better with their content, right? Because 90 days, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot in 90 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you won't be the same person. Somebody will be like, you totally transformed it. Well, that perception of you is what changed, not you.
Well, I remember like my family, they didn't recognize me after a while. They're like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And, when I transformed, they just didn't recognize me anymore.
Absolutely.
But in the beginning, they didn't believe in me. They'd say, oh, just go get a job. Now they're like, hey, how's your business doing?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you have to think about it. People want to believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself first.
Totally. I'm just tagging up our followers. Let's get some more people here on the hot seat, guys. We are wrapping this up more.
Share it up, maybe share it up.
We're only halfway in, but this is really good. More questions coming in, guys. Come on, Internet Marketing Pros. That's our free Facebook group. You guys definitely want to join that. That's a free Facebook group. No subscription needed. But if you want to get involved, like somebody asked about mentoring and coaching, you got to send us a private message. We have 2 great programs you can get involved. If you want that one-on-one attention, you want that one-on-one support, definitely want to get in with the high achievers one-on-one coaching mentorship program called Diamond Coaching. Some of our diamonds are here. Hello, diamonds.
Diamonds, what's going on?
Diamonds are there. But if that is out of your league at the moment, you can always do the Inner Circle Mastermind Academy for $97 a month.
Yeah, I like to call them our diamond warriors.
I like that. Yeah. I love that. Hey, look at this. Your mom just came online.
Hey, Mom.
Hello. All right. Say hello to Rich's mom. Okay. We have Jason. Jason said, hey, Coach Ace, what should we avoid when it comes to generating email content for, like, example, broadcasts and follow-ups while using ChatGPT? What tips do you have for using the AI?
AI.
Gotta put me on the spot. But I love it. That was our ChatGPT question for the first time on. Is that a first time question?
You fall in love with AI or something?
I don't know. I just, I've used it for so much that it's like the more I use it, the more I learn.
We were talking about something funny about AI.
We're going to get to your question. Hold on, Jason.
Do you remember what we were talking about AI? If you're having a relationship with AI, is that really cheating?
Don't even start.
Go ahead.
Okay, Jason.
Hey, we'd like to have a little fun too.
Jason. Okay. So here's the thing. Okay. If you're going to be using ChatGPT, there are some subtleties that I've noticed with the people that use it verbatim for content generation. Yeah. Yes, I've been seeing some things people are just not aware. The overusage of emojis is one. Okay. Especially when they're standard and generic and they don't seem to be emphasizing the words properly and it doesn't seem that it's relatable. You got to watch that. Don't overuse the emojis. If you can, manually go in there and take some of them out. Okay. Unless you're doing like a listicle type of a post, keep them in there. But it has to make the content juicy. I mean, we all know that seeing emojis grabs a lot of attention, but overusage of you see the same emoji going across the screen, that's crazy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. One of the formalities that I've seen is, I hope you're having a nice day. This is something that AI has been doing, and this is happening ChatGPT 3, where you actually see this introduction. Everybody see this? When you're using ChatGPT, it says, hello, or dear so-and-so, I hope you're having a nice day. And then you go into your content. Be very careful with that. If you see that intro or opening, it's just a standard thing. It's an AI. It doesn't have feelings, okay?
Oh, that's what you're saying, yeah.
It doesn't have feelings. Yeah. So if you can manually go in there and take that part out. Take that part out and personalize it to yourself. There's one thing to use artificial intelligence. It's another to make it personalized, okay? So what I have told my students who use ChatGPT is to make it more personalized, you have to use it for a while so it can get acquainted with your tone of voice. So the more that you put in all these different types of prompts and you start using it more and more and you save all the archive of all of your searches and inputs, it's going to start speaking like you. And this is where your audience is going to be like, is this really coming from you or is this coming from AI? Nobody really knows. Right. It's like this guy out there. He's a copywriter. I mean, everybody thinks that he's the most successful copywriter out there. But however, he's actually an AI and he uses an alias named Christopher. And so not the Christopher that we're talking to right now, but this guy is Orchalski. And he revealed his identity in one of his emails. I'm one of his subscribers. And I said, no freaking way. This dude is an AI. Are you kidding me? And I was just like, wow, that is so cool. Here I am getting all this great information, but really that's not who he is. He created this identity with the AI, and you can be wealthy, rich, broke, whatever, celebrity. You can be anybody you want if you're using AI. And so you got to be really careful and be responsible for this type of stuff. Okay. But I saw that and I was just like, wow, you know what? In a way, I kind of like fell in love with that part of him. And I was just like, wow, here I am, been on this guy's list for a while, studying his copywriting and everything. And then he revealed that he's really an AI. And I'm like, darn, man, you got me. I thought it was really a real person. But see, that's what I'm saying. Those are the subtleties you got to watch out for if you're creating content. Make those necessary changes, personalize the stuff that you're actually generating, and it'll be great for your outcome with your audience gravitating to you. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Wow. Good info.
You learned something.
That's been good. I always learned something from you. It used to be the opposite. Like you only learn from something from me in the very beginning. Now we learn something from each other now. So, I love it.
We leverage off of each other's strengths. We work as a couple. Rich is great at tech. And I admired him for that. He's got a tech brain, man.
I'm great at the mindset too.
And great at the mindset stuff. Yeah,
things on
He's
point.
Great coaching with helping with people who actually have this problem. I was one of them. I'm his protege, so I was actually one of them that actually dealt with the major mindset problem when I first started. And so, like, whenever somebody does the mindset coaching with Rich through Diamond, we always pass it on to Rich so he can handle them because he's more qualified to do it. You've been coached by Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah,
you're one of his most exceptional students. So you have had that training. Me, on the other hand, I work with the social media, the content, the lead generation, the email marketing. Like I do all that stuff with the community, the building, the team building, all that stuff with the marketing and the creative side. I'm that side of the brain.
Guess who just showed up here? We got Hector Torres. What's going on, man?
Hi. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. Just keep up the great work, guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Oh my God, man!
So many years.
I think I met him in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2009, and yeah, wow, that's a long time ago.
History.
Yeah.
And that's how we met. Like, we travel in circles, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us on the hot seat. Stay tuned. Ask questions, man.
Good seeing you,
We're
brother.
Still doing the online marketing thing. That's what we're doing, man. Let's see. Next question. What do you guys mean when you say, or when Rich says, someone has to get into hustle mode with affiliate marketing? Rich.
Okay.
When you say hustle mode.
All right. This is going to be eye-opening. Hustle mode means that I don't look at hustle mode like people put hustle out there as a brand. I mean, it's time to really buckle down and get to work. Because a lot of people, if they really want to get a result, they can get the result. If they really, truly want it. The problem is they get scared to do certain activities to get the result that they're looking for. Like, example, I've talked to people in our coaching program that says, I don't want to talk to anybody, and that's okay, because I was guilty of that in the very beginning. I remember my first program that, I was sucked in. They were like, you don't have to talk to anyone in the copy of the capture page. Really? I opted in, right? But as I learned over the years, you do have to talk to people. You do have to develop relationships, because this is a people business. Now, can you do it without doing it? Yes, you can, but you have to put a lot more money into it when you're first getting started. That's the caveat. That's the payoff. That's the other side of the flip of the coin, right? Nobody talks about.
No.
So, and the majority of people, when they first get started, they don't have a thick wallet. No. So you have to go the other route. And the people that are successful that don't have money, maybe have a little bit of money, but they don't have a lot of money. The ones that are more successful that don't have money are the ones that are willing to hustle, willing to get up and just say, you know what, I'm going to do things that are uncomfortable. Even though I don't want to do it, I'm still going to do it. And those are the people that overcome those challenges and get over that, that tidal wave, so to speak, right? They just feel like it's just like this big 10-pound or 10-ton, I should say, on their shoulders that really holds them back. So that's what I mean by hustle. You got to just literally just get up, and you just got to go. You just got to go. You just got to go, right? I talked about earlier about the one thing. If you're focusing on the one thing and you're learning something, you got to be on it, because this is what's going to happen. You're going to start the project, then you're going to fade away from it. You're going to be like, whatever. I'm just going to move away and do something else. Because it got a little hard. Then you're going to be like, it's okay to get up stretch your legs, walk around a little bit, but get back to it. And keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling until the point that you figured it out, you got it done, and then you grew and you learned from it. Then you move to the next thing, and you keep hustling until you figure it out.
Yes.
Like I remember when I had no page builders back in the day when I first got started in 2008. I didn't have, a funnel builder like you guys have right now. I had code. I hate coding. Yeah, I may be, former Geek Squad, but I hate coding, HTML. But I had to do HTML. I used Dreamweaver. God, that sucked. I had to literally take other capture pages and model after it and put in my Dreamweaver and do coding to try to figure out the page so I could start marketing. Because there were no funnel builders back then. You had to do it raw. You had to hustle. You had to figure it out. You had to make it work. And it ain't no different right now, but you guys got it easier. You got funnel builders right now. You got things that are more effortless for you.
Yes.
All you got to do is figure out how to put the little pieces together, right? Put your copy, put your video in there, right? Opt-in form, your autoresponder. It's a little easier than it used to be. There's no excuse, but you still got to hustle. Just every day, day in and day out. Oh, new challenge? Do it again. Do it again and again and again until you know it. And once you know it, you'll dominate it. If you don't practice it, and this is my analogy that I learned, from guitar, right? Being in the band for so many years. The reason why I think this way is because in order for me, when I wrote a song, I'm a good composer. When I write music and I write songs, I do stuff over and over and over and over until it clicks. I put another piece together over and over and over and over until it clicks. And that's the same we got to be with your business. You do it over and over and over until it clicks. And before you know it, you'll have a tune already written out. A song will be written out. And you'll see results. You'll see leads flowing in. Oh, wait a minute. You got leads now. What do you do with them? You follow up. How do I follow up? You hustle. You write an email every day until you understand it. Are you getting this now? You got to fight. You got to fight.
Like your life depends on it. It does.
This is a battle.
Yes.
Right? This is not something like, I'm going to start affiliate marketing because I want to make some money. No. You're going to start affiliate marketing for you to become a badass. You're going to start affiliate marketing because you are going to be an amazing entrepreneur. You are going to be an entrepreneur. Why? Why are you going to be an entrepreneur? Because you are going to attract so many people into your lives. Why? Not because you need it, not because you want it, because you deserve it. That's the hustle mentality.
And I'll tell you, to chime in on that, once you taste freedom, there is no going back.
Yeah.
There is no going back.
No, there is no going back. And when you learn a skill set, this is how you battle it. This is how you battle. Oh, I don't know this. Well, get to know it. Let it become your friend, right? And start having fun with it. Gamify it. Don't get upset. Don't let things get to you. I see a lot of people, these little things, they just get to them and they get nothing done.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? I'm telling you.
Procrastinations.
Hustle every day until you get it done.
That's right. Do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Do the damn thing. All right, Rich, watch this. That's the live chat right there. I got a question coming in from Karen. Karen says, if you had a little money to invest in either PLS or HBA, which would you invest in, or would you spend all of it on solo ads?
Depends on my marketplace. Depends on my target market. Okay. I look at Powerly System like it's a good target market for network marketers. So if I have a target market that I'm focusing on network marketers, I'm going to pull network marketers more to PLS. Okay. Why? Because the compensation plan attracts more network marketers for that type of business. When it comes to, like 80% commission, straight up residual aspect without any other tiers, then I'm going to go towards HBA, right? If people are looking for a funnel, I'm going to go towards HBA. Now, why is that? Because with HBA, I could target different markets. All right. I'm going to give you guys an aha moment here. You ever notice when you go to YouTube and you see ClickFunnels ads all over the place? Who are they targeting? Put it in the chat, guys. Who are they targeting? When you see those ClickFunnels ads, who are they targeting? Put it in the chat. I want you guys to learn something here tonight, okay? In Hot Seat. Because I'm going to answer this question. Like I'm going to tell you who they're targeting. If you guys don't know, I'm going to tell you. Go ahead. Put in the chat. Who is Russell Brunson targeting with ClickFunnels? Let me know in the chat. We're going to have some fun tonight, guys. All right. I want you guys to have some fun, but I also want you to learn.
Yep. And we got one more question.
One more question.
Yep.
You guys think about that. Go ahead.
Okay. So you answered Karen's question, yes?
Yep.
Okay. How much is your coaching and what do you get with that?
Again, it's $10,000 for the year, 6 months of solid weekly coaching, and additional 6 months, you're going to do a monthly follow-up, right? Now, we want to make sure with our coaching that we get the mindset out of the way, all right? We got to check out from the neck up, all right? Very important. Because what I've learned, one of the most important things, when I got coached by a millionaire, I went to California for 3 days, hung out with him for 3 days, and he told me everything that had nothing to do with money. And I was like, wait a minute. That's interesting. The only thing he really talked about money was relationship with money, right? Because I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm getting picked up in a limo from the airport. Awesome, right? And I'm going to be going and hanging out with this guy for 3 days. I'm going to learn how to be a millionaire. I'm going to learn how to make a lot of money. No. You know what I learned? I learned about myself, things that I didn't know about myself, why these things were holding me back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we wanted you guys to understand when you get that mindset coaching inside of Diamond Coaching, okay? Very, very important. Become a high achiever. You have to understand, you have to figure out what's holding you back. If things are holding you back, you might not even know until you get coached.
That's right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once we pass that point, we want to focus more on the traffic and conversions, right? You need traffic, but without conversions, the traffic's going to be meaningless.
Yes.
Right? There are different strategies to convert leads into sales, right? Because in this game, in this marketplace today, not 2008, guys, today, times have changed. You got to go above and beyond. And you got to be a little bit more personal than you've ever been in your life when it comes to connecting with people on the internet.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
Gone are the days that you can just put an email out there and it's just like, woo, sale. Doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
You got to be very, very strategic.
Yes.
Then we talk about the branding aspect.
Mm-hmm.
The branding aspect is important because you are a brand. Whether you like it or not, you are a brand. And you must understand, being a brand, you must have integrity in your brand. If you don't, your brand will fail. Your name will be tarnished. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. You're out there right now and you're marketing. You better make sure that you take care of your brand. And we teach you about that. So you understand branding is like crucial when it comes to your business.
Absolutely.
All right. And then social media. I'll leave that one up to you.
Yeah. And somebody asked how much is it? It's $10,000 and we actually do it for a year. So it's 6 months in phases. So we do 6 months and then we do the other 6 months. That's how we break it up. But you have both of us for that investment and you get 2 of us. So we're gonna put you through the ringer. And we ain't gonna lie either. We're gonna twist you. We're gonna turn you. We're gonna transform you.
We're gonna dissect your business.
You know, the thing is, diamond coaching is not for everybody. There's a lot of people that invested into it, and you know they had some great results with it. And there are other people who invested into it and did nothing with it.
Didn't do the work.
And you know what? We're just being transparent with you on that because you know. If you fail and you invested XYZ amount of dollars into a higher achievers type program or coaching, let's say you did 10X with, you know, Grant Cardone, or you invested $60,000 to $100,000 with Anthony Robbins, or, you know, these are different types of things that are out there that they do charge this amount of money. And you know what? And you go there, you go for the trips, you go get the value and everything. And then you come back home and you freeze and you do nothing.
Yeah, we've seen that.
We've seen that happen.
We've seen that.
So this is like something that if you seriously about it and you're ready to transform not only your mindset, but also your skill set, then definitely reach out to Asa Rich to apply for Diamond Coaching because that's where it's going to be at for you for 2024.
That's right.
Absolutely. Okay, next question. Let's take a look over here. This is coming from the Netherlands. We have Jessica. Oh, Jessica, who completed the 90-day challenge.
How you doing, Jessica?
Okay, Jessica. Hey, Asa Rich, I have a question about Aweber. Rich, I have a list with low engagement subscribers on it. And once in a while, I send an email to the list to see if there are people on it who are opening my emails. And when there are people who are opening my emails, I put them from this list to my main list. But when I put people from this list to my main list, they always get my automation emails. How can I put people to my main list without sending them the automation emails?
Okay, so
I think she's talking about her master list, probably,
well,
right?
if there's a main list, it's called a master list, right?
Master list.
So with that master list, you want to have a one email, which is a qualifier, which is a welcome email. And then when somebody opens up those emails that are coming in through your funnel, they're going to be tagged and go into the follow-up series area. Okay. Now, I don't want everybody to go to the follow-up series because if they're not opening, you ain't coming on my list. That's just the way it works. Okay. Now, if you open up a day later, that's fine. You're coming in because you're going to get tagged. However, after the follow-up series ends, it gets tagged and it gets dumped into a bucket, which is a openers list where you can actually broadcast. And as you broadcast, you can look at the emails that are getting great results and keep adding that up to your automated follow-up series, right? This is how you start building up a campaign. And what do I mean by a campaign? A campaign can consist of not just emails, but sending them to like dedicated, one like a bridge page, but it's not a bridge page. It's just a dedicated page with a video and a button and some copy on the top. Every page that you create, that dedicated page, dedicated web page, you're able to literally communicate with your prospects on a more personal level. Like I said, gone are the days of just emailing. We got to get a little more personal. We got to get creative. We have to inspire people. We're living in dark times right now, as you guys know, right? There's a lot of stuff going on around the world. And people say dark times, interesting times. I call them dark times. So what do we do in these moments, in these times? Everybody's going through them. Nobody's alone, right? We're all share in this common thing that's going on. So if we can relate to people by creating relatable stories about, how you feel about the situation, they're probably going through the same thing. So we create relatable stories. We create, stories about ourselves. We also create dedicated web pages to, inspire people and say that there's better days coming for you. There is hope for you, or just to let you know, you are on my list and I know that you want to transform your life. And, you have to let your fears go because you see, they're looking for leaders. They're looking for people to create that guidance, right? People need to be guided. All right. They're not going to do it on their own. And this is, again, why my sponsoring book is great, because it teaches you to become that alpha mentality, to be that leader and that person of guidance. So if you're just emailing them and that's it, that's okay. But if you're putting yourself out there and creating these dedicated web pages where you're saying, hey, today I'm going to inspire you. Today I'm going to tell you how you should be thinking, right? Today I'm going to tell you why you're so great. You get what I'm saying? Like now you're starting to touch into their psyche and their emotional heartstrings, because maybe they're having a bad day and they saw your dedicated webpage on that email and they're like, wow, I saw Jessica's email today, but when I saw her talk to me, I felt like she was talking directly to me. I feel like I know her. I feel like I know her all my life, right? I'm going to get signed up with her. You see how it works? It's like you got to think outside the box. And, it's so funny how I say this now. You got to think outside the box, because I get chills when I say this, because in 2008, my first mentor was a woman. Her name was Maria. And she told me, she goes, Rich, remember, you got to think outside the box. Think outside the box. And I'm like, what the heck is she talking about? What do you mean think outside the box? And now I find myself telling you that, right? As a mentor and a leader now, I feel like now the baton is passed on to me to share that with you and let you know that if you do that, you're going to close more sales, because, again, it's not about the sales. It's about the service. It's about reaching out. It's about connecting and really caring about that individual, because that day, like I said, they might be going through something, but you're the one that lifted them up. Their mother, maybe didn't lift them up. Their friends, maybe didn't lift them up, but you lifted them up. See, I remember when I was lifted up, when I wasn't happy with the situation that was going on in my band, but Maria was talking to me on those dedicated web pages, and she was communicating like I felt like I knew her, right? I thought, wow, she's just amazing. And then guess what? The day I had enough was the day that I signed up. If she never had those dedicated web pages, if she never communicated with me personally that way, I don't think I would be here today talking to you like this, Jessica.
And guys, it's that top of the hour. If you don't have any more questions, let me take a look here in the live chat.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Wait a minute. We had a question earlier. Remember the question? No. Remember what I asked?
Yeah, I think I saw one comment. Someone said, somebody saying, hi, mom. I think somebody said someone who's looking for funnels.
Okay. Yes, but let's talk about the target market. Okay. So the question was, who is ClickFunnels targeting? Who is Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels? Who is he targeting? Okay. So when you look at these ads all over the internet, like when you look at it on YouTube, they're everywhere. They have different people actually running these ads now. They have people from Shark Tank. They have Myron Golden, which I saw him in.
I know.
I saw him in 2009, and I was actually sharing the stage with Myron Golden that weekend, which was amazing.
You rock.
Love you, Myron. You're awesome. And he's doing a commercial for ClickFunnels now too. So what they're doing is they're getting all these people to create these ads, but they're targeting different type of business owners that need funnels for their business, because the majority of business owners don't understand funnels. What does that tell you? That's a clue, whoever's in HBA, because you could do the same thing. Mic drop.
All right, let's take a look over here.
All right, we'll take one more question, guys, before we go. Let's see here.
1 second. Let me just take a look. We answered those questions there. I know we have
because
one
I know person has said here, people who want funnels, you're right, but you got to understand something. We got to go a little bit deeper than that. We got to find out who they're actually targeting, right? They could target like, local brick and mortar business, right? They could target a different online business that doesn't understand anything about funnels. They're just new, right? So there's different areas where they're targeting, so that way they could start building up their business as well by getting more customers and clients.
Okay, so this person here says that why can't it be so simple and easy to just grab their affiliate link and send it to a bunch of solo ad vendors?
That's common though.
It is common.
Because when I started doing solo ads in the very beginning, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, it sells. Why nobody buying? Well, because solo ads is a type of market that it is cold. These leads are cold. And what I mean by cold, you're giving them an offer. They don't know who you are. So why should they buy from you? They don't even trust you yet. Now, sometimes you get those lucky buyers that come in and they just buy right away because they like the offer.
Right.
But the majority, they're not going to do that, unfortunately. Yes. So what we have to do is this is where the WORK comes in, right? That 4-letter curse word people talk about work, right?
Yep.
You have to work.
You got to do work, man.
I always said this. The biggest lie ever told, I believe, on the internet is that the money's in the list, right? The money is not on the list. The money is on how you work the leads on your list, right? You got to work your list.
Rich, you have a message from Richard to Rich. Richard. What's he say? Don't forget to make my page after the hot seat. He won't.
Richard hired me, so I'm going to create some pages for
He's going to do it. Yeah. No worries. He's definitely going to do it.
I'm on it, man. Look at me. I'm hyped up, man.
I know. All right. Awesome, guys. So I think that's pretty much it. We answered all the questions that you guys brought to the hot seat. These were some great questions. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, those of you who are actually here on our Facebook profile. Definitely friend us up if you're not a friend. And, definitely send us a message if you're interested in some of the offers that we talked about and answering these questions. We'd love to have you a part of the team. We can always build a bigger team, right? We can always build a bigger team. It was like what my mentor said to me. We had a meeting the other day. He's in the UK. And he was like, Ace, couldn't your emails always improve? And I said, absolutely. He said, I'm glad you still have that student hat on. And that's the thing. I taught this to a lot of people because you always got to remain as a student of the industry. You don't know it all. You could go to MIT. You could be a professional in tech, but there's always something. We know MIT people who can't do affiliate marketing, let me tell you. And the thing is, don't think just because you have that piece of paper or that experience that's going to help you catapult your success with affiliate marketing. I got news for you. Affiliate marketing will actually be your ugly mirror, and it will be like, you don't know squat. It will turn you upside down, and you'll be like, the heck did I go to college for? Why do I know all this stuff about computers and everything? Hey, this guy right here knows a lot about computers too. And he worked at Best Buy and he builds computers. And when he got started with affiliate marketing, what was the rude awakening?
Different animal.
Different animal. And so never think that you know a lot and you don't need help, because you can always use more help. You can always leave room for more improvement. If you knew it all, then you'd be successful right now making multiple six figures.
By the way, Richard Osborne says, what's the temperature? It is 77 degrees in Puerto Rico.
He's always asking that.
Yeah. Feels like 88 though.
One day, Richard, when you're successful, you take a flight, a trip for yourself, treat yourself and say, I'm going to Puerto Rico. Go hang out with some pina coladas on the beach with Ace and Rich.
We'll take them to the lighthouse.
We'll take you to the lighthouse, take some scenery. We'll treat you, man.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it. It'll be fun, tell you. And then you can go back home and go, why did I come back? Because the weather here is like this all the time.
I remember the first time.
Sunny and hot. It's always sunny where you're making money.
The first time I came here, I was 22.
Yes.
And I met my brother. Well, I mean, I knew him when I was a baby. I don't remember, but 23 when I came here, I met my brother for the first time. Robert, our close friend, more like a brother, family. He just passed away a couple weeks ago, and I will tell you that he actually showed me this whole area in more detail. And once I came here with him and he showed me, when I went back home, I said, why did I come back? So I knew I'd be back. So here I am.
There you go.
And I brought you along with me.
Yes, you did. All right, you guys, listen, it is top of the hour. We definitely got to go. Okay. Enjoy your weekend and tune in next time back here on the Hot Seat, same bat channel. Okay. And we're broadcasting live stream right on our profile inside the Internet Marketing Pros Facebook group and our YouTube channel. So you can find us there. Send us a message. You want to connect with us, get closer. You want to find out more about what we do, how we can help serve you and help build your business for you. We can do things like that as well. Definitely reach out to us. My name is Ace Guzman.
And my name is Rich Guzman. I'm telling you guys, better start hustling. All right.
Put your hustle cap on.
That's right. Put your hustle cap on, because this weekend we got a project we're working on.
Yep, because your life depends on it now.
Exactly.
All right. We'll see you guys next time on the Hot Seat. Take care.
Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye now.